I acquired several bunches of these tiny stem plants on the lower left of this bunch of plants in trade at my local pet store. And at first I thought it might be pygmy chainsword, but after having a look at that plant on YouTube channels, I can see it's clearly not that. The leaves on these plants are much more rounded, and they seem to remain smaller. I was a bit hesitant to get them, not knowing if they would do well in this tank. Several species have expired, and I think it's because the jungle valve exudes chemicals detrimental to some species. However, I've had these plants for several weeks and they seem to be doing fine. I'm doubtful that they'll propagate to the point where they'll begin to carpet the substrate, but it's a nice little addition to the bunch of crypts and pink flamingo crypts and a nice Amazon sword in this centerpiece to the tank. I decided to move the large bunch of Amazon swords on the right from the shaded region of the tank into this area where they'll get more light. I know that this plant doesn't like to be moved, but with the CO2 injection and the compost in the substrate, after a couple weeks, they're doing quite well. They blend nicely with the jungle valve directly behind them. I'm happy to see that the green water lily does appear to be making a comeback. I'm getting larger leaves and it's growing taller than it did there for a while. I've heard it said that a bumblebee catfish, Microglanis iheringi, is a pointless pet because it prefers to stay hidden all the time. But I absolutely adore mine. Google indicates that they tend to live from between 3 and 5 years in captivity. I've had mine for over 7 years. Wasn't completely full grown when I got it, but it seems to be doing quite fine since I moved it into this tank. I don't believe that it devours any of my male Endlers, and my forktail rainbows, I still have 4 of them. There doesn't seem to be any aggression, and so with its plastic hide well hidden in the hardscape, I'm able to deliver it its favorite food, bloodworms, every other day, and I occasionally get a glimpse of it during feeding time, and once in a great while it comes out where I can see it.